Welcome back, everyone. We just had a little break, and that's where we cut the episodes, just so that everyone knows I'm going to ruin the magic for everybody. Um, yeah, so you have made your way out onto the rooftops. You can see there's a number of Noxian guards with torches. And the bottom of the warehouse is actually on fire. Um, the guards don't seem to have noticed you just yet. But you do notice that your homeless friend is conspicuously missing. So I think Andrea or Tempest had mentioned they thought, oh, maybe we should have kept an eye on him. Well, he's gone, and now there's Noxians. So I'll leave you to determine what you think needs to be determined from that. But yeah, you've climbed out. You're following this orphan. She's said that she'll take you to Captain Fortune. Let's get some music. What would be some good music? Let's get some fucking
I can't believe they took Jeb.
hype music.
No, Melbourne. I think Jeb told them about us.
Oh, Jeb would never do that. I greased his palm.
You did grease his palm. And so as you're climbing out here, kind of gathering yourselves, everyone is makes their way here. An arrow flies out of the distance, or not the distance, but here you go, from this direction. And let's see if it hits anybody. And I noticed last time that my GM rolls actually go into the chat that the people can see. So I'm going to be rolling like actual dice so that I can fudge them when I want to, because I'm that kind of GM.
Oh, you meant that the viewers can see?
Yeah, not you guys, that the viewers can see.
Okay.
And I don't want them to know when I'm lying, because I don't want them to know that I'm a liar.
Cool.
You know how it is. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. It's for the story. But that was an incredibly good roll. So let's see, who was already out here? Kaori, you were the first one through the window. You and Deshaun were the first ones through the window. So you're taking some damage here.
Oh no.
So I have got mage armor on, unless it's been 8 hours since I cast it since the explosion.
No, that would have been earlier today. We'll say you're on like maybe your last hour or so. Kaori, you are taking 6 points of damage as a crossbow bolt thuds into you from just freaking out of nowhere.
Oh gosh.
And from that direction, you spot a hooded figure wielding a crossbow, kind of peeking out over at you.
I imagine it probably like sunk into like the side of my arm or something. So, I winced really hard, like, and then trying not to make enough noise to draw the Noxians. And then I look over.
Yeah,
and...
make a Constitution save on that.
Oh no.
No, getting hit by a crossbow freaking hurts. You kind of yelp out a little bit before you catch yourselves, and the Noxians below point up and say, "That's them! Get them!"
She looks back at the person who hit her with the crossbow bolt and it's like, you. And then she tries to hurry behind Annie, and she's trying to figure out what to do with the crossbow bolt, whether she should like break it off or pull it out, and she tells me, we have to move.
Yeah, so at this point, I think initiative rolls are in order, so...
So this
Hell yeah.
the building's on fire, right? Like at what
The lower levels.
capacity?
Yeah, so they it looks like they basically threw torches in through the windows in the lower levels.
So okay. Are these Noxian guards seeming like they're trying to get inside the building now that they've set it on fire? Or I guess now they see us, they're running in the streets.
Yeah, they didn't think about that. Why can't I move these guys? Did I put them on the wrong layer? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Always on the wrong layer, Alex. Always on the wrong layer.
Been there.
Alright,
I've
let's
pinged so many times and they're like, I can't see it. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry.
Hey, that's an incredibly bad initiative roll. Oh shit, I didn't have a selected.
These songs are bangers, though.
Yeah, they really are.
They bop.
And that's all you can see. Let's put him back down to his 12 that he got before. To be fair.
Imagine every time there's action, all these like shantymen just like show up and just start singing.
Cool.
I don't think
Annie goes first.
Oh, I haven't rolled any. Hold on.
Oh.
She doesn't have a character sheet. Hold on. Alex, how do... Oh, add turn. There we go. I knew that. Alright, sweet. Buxton. You see Kaori getting nailed with a crossbow, and a suspicious-looking man as you over across the way, sneering at you.
Yeah, Buxton's gonna curse and say, "Blast! You guys, keep moving. I've got a little trick up my sleeve if we have to jump." And then I'm gonna pull out my big old pistol, and I'm gonna like point it at the person with the hood and the crossbow, and I'm gonna go kerblamo. So I'm gonna shoot at them with my pistol.
Sweet.
All right.
Well, if anyone didn't know where you were, they know now.
I don't know if it hits.
You just pulled out the Glock. Oh yeah, you've got the gifts. Beautiful.
Nice.
You rolled a 12. Unfortunately, that is not going to hit. Your shot goes wide. Maybe you see a few shingles flying off into the night.
All right, then I guess I'll just move in the general direction. Is Annie going north?
Yeah, she was indicating north.
Okay, what's my speed? 30? Haha! And is it difficult terrain on the roof or just
Correct.
normal?
So half speed.
Okay, cool. I'll move just a little bit in front of Annie then. Oh, don't worry, you'll catch up. And then I'll stop.
Sweet. Deshaun.
I'm gonna run forward. I think I might even just dash.
Get the frick out of here.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just, is that
Oh, so this is difficult terrain,
chimney?
so just make sure, yeah, that's a chimney.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure you're going half speed.
I'll get there then. That's my turn.
Great. Kaori.
I'm also going to just try to move. So I have 40 feet, so that would be 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I would also move ahead. So I'd be out here.
Get out.
And I'm just holding my arm, and I'm trying to like pull out the crossbow bolt out of it. And so since we're already found or whatever, I was like, and then I try not to like stumble over of like just like shock and like loss of blood, and I like stick the arrow like in the belt of my robe and just try to like run, and I'm like trying to tighten my sleeve around it at the same time, like trying to do 3 things at once.
Yep.
Damn, Corey, that's nasty.
Great, and you can dash if you would like to. I think you can move a little farther if you dash. Deshaun, I don't think you dashed either completely. You would go double movement. Unless you did.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure.
But isn't it half speed?
Yeah,
So
it is
then
half.
go-
So you go 6 total.
Oh, I see.
Sure, I'll dash. So that gives me another 4.
Oh wait, why is my turn order? I think my turn order is messed up. Did I do this out of order? Oh, the turn order on my one screen is not correct, but on the other it is. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so I took advantage of dash and moved a total of 8 squares.
Sweet. Kaori, as you get to there, you notice a man waiting up ahead. Another of the snipers.
Ah, shit.
We'll add him to the turn order here. All right. Who's next? We are on. Ready to Deshaun. Melbourne.
Wait, me? I had an 8.
Annie's 14.
I have you as a 17 somehow.
What?
Yeah, my turn orders are really messed up. All right,
Okay.
you're an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, or you were not a 19. You're a 15.
I'm
Maybe
a
the-
15.
I have you on
Maybe
your
the rolls
twice.
from last game.
Yeah, my
Sorry.
mistake. My mistake, everyone. I'm fixing it.
It's
All
all
right,
good. I have Buxton 22.
Buxton
Deshaun,
should be an
17.
8. 17, 15.
Yeah, I put the screenshot in chat.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sorry about
And
that,
then I'm
team.
15.
All right, we should be good now. So we're back to Deshaun is gone, Kaori's gone. Annie begins running forward. And kind of gets here and says, "Come on, we have to go this way." Spotting you, the guards begin running forward. They can't really do much, though. These guys start running up the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they start climbing up to here.
Oh no.
Since they are climbing up, Buxton, I would say you'd probably get an attack of opportunity here, just for the fact that they're like literally scrambling up on the roof right next to you. So against this guy, if you would like to.
I'm gonna try and gouge out his eyes with my hook.
Kill him.
Oh, I rolled a lot of 12s today.
Oh shit. Don't mind that.
Whoa.
Earthquake.
I accidentally sent these other guys to the wrong layer. There we go.
Shadow Bro.
Yeah. You rolled a 12 on those guys, the soldiers. Unfortunately, that's gonna miss.
Oh, we're not looking good, guys.
All right. We are to the this dude again. So he will begin moving forward a little bit across the rooftops and loose an arrow now at you, Melbourne.
Okay.
What's your AC?
18.
18. This actually hits. And you will take 6 points of damage.
Ooh, that's so much.
Alright, Melbourne. This guy is just going off on you. The soldier's starting to climb up between you and Buxton. And Annie has taken off towards the north.
Feeling a little cut off here, guys. So this looks like a higher level up.
Correct.
Right? Would I have to climb up here?
Yeah, we'll say it's half movement. Or actually, you're already at it. We'll say it's a quarter movement. So, like, it'll take you basically 4 squares to get up there.
Classic. What's back this way?
Which way? Behind you?
To the south, yeah.
So the roof kind of goes around and heads around. It is a gentler slope up here, so that would only be half movement, but it's going to take you like a lot of
Oh,
movement
like
to
in
get
this
there.
alleyway.
Oh yeah, that's just another way down. That's the way some of the guards had come. Should you feel the need, you could probably take off in that direction.
I kind of feel the need. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step forward and try and throw this guy back down.
Cool.
Great. I guess this would be an athletics check, a contested athletics check. He sucks. Yeah, let's say that
Nice.
you're able to kind of throw him back down on top of his buddy. They're both kind of knocked prone for all intents and purposes.
And I'll, I think I could do that, like step back and then finish my move.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll do that.
That was cool.
And Buxton's not going again. We're deleting him. These people don't exist anymore. All right, the other bounty hunter has entered the fray. Let's scroll up. He sees Kaori stepping up to him, draws his rapier, and says, "You're in the wrong part of town, little girl," and takes a stab at you.
Can I use Runic Spark?
What is it? What spark?
Runic Spark Shield. So when receiving attack, I can deny by Runic Spike and +2 AC for 2 turns.
Sweet. Yeah. So you'll raise your AC. What is your AC?
All right. Currently, my AC is 15.
So it goes up to 15 or up to 17.
It would move up to 17.
Great. So we have what's that? You rolled a 13, so that's gonna miss.
Awesome.
And he just kind of sneers at you. Buxton. You see Melbourne step forward and just launch a man down.
Me buddy Melbourne here, kind of like blocked off by these boys. I am going to try and aid by saying, I think you guys are feeling a little sleepy, and I'm gonna use my sleep spell and try to get as many. I think starting with this guy here, if I can, I'm just gonna try and get like whoever's within range.
Yeah. What is the range of sleep? Can you link it in chat?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like 20 feet. Yeah, creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose.
Sure.
And so it'd be
And this would not
14 hit
affect
points.
Melbourne.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah,
I'm immune
creatures
anyway.
you choose. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It just doesn't affect you. What is their HP? All right. So yeah, this guy kind of begins swaying on his feet and then just kind of like slumps down where he's standing.
Or Melbourne, and I'm gonna go the other direction. And
That's all I got, buddy.
Which one?
What, three,
fell asleep?
The one directly in front of you.
Oh,
mhm. So it's what, 3 squares with 15 feet? Or I guess it'd be
Correct.
something like that. Yeah, there we go.
And
So I'll
they'll
move there
sleep
then.
in condition. Great. So you catch up with Annie. She's kind of beckoning you onward, and we are back to Deshaun.
All right, I'm gonna move forward. 5. In line with Annie. Actually, I'm gonna go a little bit to the west there, and I'm going to shoot a fireball to the guy next to Kaori. So you just see Deshaun like flick, causing a spark, and like a little firebolt just flings down to the guy. Oh,
Hey!
that's natural 20.
Let's go.
Ooh,
That hits.
That was nice.
So 15 points of fire damage.
And
Yeah, it kind of singes him, and he looks like appalled that he was hit.
And I've got a runic pulse power, arcane power. So casting a spell causes next 2 attacks to deal additional damage equal to my proficiency.
Great.
That's it.
And you've already moved to use that. Kaori, this man has stepped to you.
I got your back, Kaori.
Awesome.
Sick 'em.
I'm gonna throw the shield in the chat just so you can see it real fast. Because it says it's my AC is plus for 2 turns, so I want to
Yep.
make sure we didn't miss it.
Yep.
I'm going to use my Runic Pulse since he's right next to me, and I'm going to use it for Duelist Dance. So I'm going to, once per turn, I can choose an attack made with Finesse Property, Martial Weapon, and if I succeed, I deal additional damage equal to half of proficiency, and on all attacks of this turn, I can receive 1d6 recovery of a life for each hit.
Yep. And for those who don't know, Kaori is a bodhisattva, and she is effectively a monk, like from 5e, but she has these 2 floating blades, and she can use them in place of the traditional unarmed strikes. So, and they would be finesse weapons.
So I'm going to choose to attack with those since my arm is bleeding right now. So I'll attack with the blades.
Great. And is roll 20 being slow?
I'm clicking on the wrong one.
Oh, okay,
It's me, the user error. I was clicking on the item in my backpack.
no problem. Yeah, that will certainly hit. That was almost a crit. Go ahead and roll
Yeah, so-
damage.
11.
So that would only be the 7 because you don't get the
Oh, not the crit. You're right. Sorry.
So you deal 7 damage. Awesome.
Mhm.
And I believe you get 1d6 life back. So go ahead and roll 1d6.
It would be 8, right? Because half your proficiency.
Um,
Proficiency should be 2.
if you succeed in this, equal to half your proficiency modifier. And exceed the. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
So she would deal an
Thank
extra
you.
damage
And then heal.
and then heal 1d6. Yeah.
All right. So I healed 3 points from that slice. Yay!
That's dope. That's so good.
It hits.
I
and,
need it.
And because that attack hit, I believe you can spend a key point in order to make a second attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Just double checking my
blows.
things.
What's that?
Is it similar to Flurry of Blows?
Yeah, basically. That's how Flurry of Blows works, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
I'm just looking at your character sheet right now. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure that's how it works. So you've got 2 key points. You could spend 1 to make a second attack if you'd like.
Gotcha. Because
As
he
a-
is still standing, right?
Yeah, as a bonus action. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. At this point in time, I will choose to spin. So I'll spend 1 key point so I can have my second Avori Blade slide across.
Awesome. 15, unfortunately, is not going to hit this guy.
Darn it.
And I think you still have your movement if you'd like to.
Yes, I have not moved my feet yet. So after attacking, I would then say, "You don't even know who I am," and then I would just go running over the rooftops.
So you will provoke an attack of opportunity if you leave his threat zone.
Okay. So what I'll do is I dart around him, kind of like zigzag or whatnot, jumping on the roof, and I would go around and be behind him, like right behind the chimney.
Yeah, and that's fine. Great. Annie, she sees this combat ahead of her, and she looks back at you, Buxton, and to Deshani says, "Well, take care of him." And she kind of steps back and waits patiently.
I'm on it.
All right, the guards. So this guy's able to scramble up here. And these guys kind of spend their turn resituating themselves. Melbourne, you may make an attack of opportunity on this guy as he climbs. 17 will hit. 5 points of
5.
damage. Awesome, and he's able to climb up, and he takes a swing at you with his axe.
I would do 1d6 more because of martial cadence, so I'd do 10 damage total.
Jeez. All right, he's not feeling
My
good.
My first attack on an enemy deals 1 additional damage die.
Nice.
Cool.
He misses you. It's kind of comical. He's trying to get his footing. He's like standing on top of his friend that's sleeping. Cool. We have our sniper over here. This guy kind of does a leap across, getting a little bit closer, and keeps sniping at you, Melbourne. He misses this time, and
Wow.
yeah, he's been doing it good. And he's shouting, "Over here, you oafs! Stop them!" And Melbourne, where do you?
I guess I would just attack that dude in front of me who's awake.
16 will hit.
Nice. Get it.
8 is enough to finish him. How does he go down?
Cool.
I think I would just like slash across with my hand axe, like catch him in the chest, and he like flies off, tumbles off. does a what's it called, the Wilhelm scream or whatever.
Yep.
On these poor fellas below.
Yeah. Blood's just like raining down as he like crashes on top of one of the
It's
dudes
like
trying to
Mortal
climb up.
Kombat at this point.
Yeah.
Great.
And I will use the rest of my action to run.
So you can move 3. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Back to this guy. He continues his melee with Kaori. You're not gonna like this.
What happened?
Crit.
Yes, he did. He hit you with a good one. That is 12 points of damage.
Oh
That is
shit!
exactly how much health I have, guys. I'm down.
Kaori takes a rapier to the ribs and actually slumps to the ground in a heap. He kind of cackles maniacally and walks forward towards the little girl. Buxton.
All right. This is what we're gonna do. I am going to shoot this man with my gun. You bastard! And pull out my pistol. Hopefully, kill him. Pistol blast. Oh, 17 was the first one. I don't know why it rolled twice.
17 will hit.
Haha. Cool. And so
And so
I
we
am
got twice the gift power.
twice the gift power. And I don't know if it's calculating. I do have the I have a special thing. What's it called? It's my runic something. Energy ammunition. Runic pulse.
Is that
Get
the
one
3
additional
force damage?
Yeah, yep, that's the 3 force damage. Okay, cool.
Sweet. So it's like looks like it's your what's it called? Proficiency on +1 or something.
Yeah.
16 damage. That's a lot of damage.
Nice.
Is he still up?
He is.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to
He's a beefy boy.
move to the other side of him to kind of like harry him, and then I'm gonna play one note. Get your ass up, Kiori! And I'm gonna use my healing word. And yeah, so that's I think it's just a D4 plus 3. Yeah, here it is. 6 health.
Awesome. Thank you.
Kaori,
after-
you wake up from your little nap. You're like, oh, power nap. That was nice.
It's like, oh, ew.
Bleeding profusely from your rib cage.
Yeah, it's like I'm bleeding over here and I'm stabbed over here.
Deshaun, this man is now. Yeah, he's not really paying attention to you. He's focused in on the child.
Okay. Deshawn, seeing situations getting bad, she is going to summon a familiar, and you see her eyes go black again, and she starts muttering a few words under her breath in a language you don't know, and you see a huge brown bear appear next to this dude.
And I think you should be able to drag it over, maybe.
Yeah.
Spoopy.
And I don't know if he needs to roll a initiative or anything like that.
Let's assume that he acts on yours.
Cool, even better. So he has a multi-attack.
What? That's OP. You can't do that.
I'm a conjurator.
Nope.
Just one?
No, I'm kidding. You can do that. That's what it
Oh
says.
my god, I was like, no! Cool.
It's like, wait, what?
So a bite and a claw. So here's the bite. So he just sinks into his neck.
It hits, yeah. 12 points of damage. The bear does this. How does he do it?
Oh, don't. So you just see him reach in for this guy's this neck, like smacks away with his claws the crossbow and just like tears into his neck
Yeah,
and
I
throws it
imagine
away like a ragdoll.
it's like savage, like a little spray of blood. Annie, the orphan, whose name is not actually Annie, but I think I did say her name was Annie, not realizing that there was another orphan in League. named Annie at the time, but we'll call her Annie. She's just kind of like looking up in shock as like this mist of blood just kind of overtakes her. And your bear does his due.
Good boy, darling. And then I start running.
Sure.
I don't know where she's going to go. I'm just going to go north. So 5, 10, 15. And my bear is also going to run with me. 5, 10 in front of me.
Right. Kaori.
All right. So that one archer is gone. So Carrie would turn to Annie and be like, are we heading north or are we heading west?
Just go that way. And she points north.
North? Okay. I couldn't tell where she was pointing before because I got too far ahead. So I would just continue on, and I'll just use my whole action to dash to get as far away as possible because I'm bleeding profusely.
Yep. Annie takes this moment to 3, 4, 5, 6 to continue running. The first bounty boy over here walks over. There's a sly little jump. Stands. I'm gonna put him here so that we can see him. And takes a shot at you. Oh, I didn't get rid of this guy yet. He did. Takes a shot at Eula as you're running. This one will be at Deshawn.
So my class is 15 because of my mage armor.
15 total?
Yes.
No, that's not good enough. I'm sorry to tell you.
Of course. I'm an arcane.
6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And he yells, "What are you elves doing down there? After them!"
And I think they got removed from the tracker, the guards, because I killed one of them.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, you probably killed the one that I rolled on. How could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guards continue scrambling up onto the roof. I'm actually move this guy over here. A pair of them are able to scramble up and start moving in this direction after you, Jonathan. Or Melbourne.
What the?
God damn.
What the?
Melbourne, you gotta hurry up!
Buxton. Melbourne is holding the door right now.
Boy, I think I would go after the guards.
Oh, did I? Yeah, I was on you and I skipped you.
Yeah.
Actually, Melbourne.
Yeah, I think I would just. I think I would just run and take the attack of opportunities.
You can disengage and run, right?
Yeah, you could disengage and walk if you wanted to, or you could just run.
I mean, they're just gonna keep catching me.
True. All right. What's your AC again?
18.
18. One of them does nick you for 3 points of damage. Not too bad.
Okay.
And Buxton.
Alright. I've calculated our odds, and they're not great.
Never told me the odds. And then I start running. We gotta keel haul ass here, and I'm gonna just run my full tilt all the way up north here. I think I can dash that, but yeah, and I'm just sprinting at this point. Oh, you know what? I keep on forgetting to do this, and then I'm gonna play one note, and I am going to give my stellar inspiration to my good friend Melbourne.
Nice. So yeah, my assumption is that all of you continue running to the north. Annie's showing you the path through the tops of the roofs. But one thing that's interesting, you notice that this man following you is going a lot faster than you are, and he's taking pot shots at you from time to time. And we'll say I'll go ahead and roll the first one here against Buxton. Buxton, what's your AC?
My AC is not very high. It is a whopping 14.
Buxton. Ooh. Buxton, you take 5 points of damage. As this man, and this is how you notice it, is he's following you through the rooftops of Rat Town, and he's gaining on you, and he's actually able to stop once in a while and take a shot with his crossbow.
Have we outpaced the guards at this point?
Oh yeah, the guards are like, they can't keep up at all. They're in like heavy armor. They're stumbling over themselves. Some of them are falling through weak rooftops.
Okay, as I'm like clutching my arm, like, should we slow down and deal with this real quick? They kind of like, get my pistol ready. Whip out my Glock.
Yeah, and I'll leave that to you. Let's assume that at this point you don't necessarily have to act in initiative order. I will let each of you act before the bounty hunter will act again.
I'll shoot him.
Seems reasonable.
Do it.
Bang bang.
I think this is my last bullet before I have to reload too. Kerblamo! I don't think it hit.
13. No, unfortunately, it goes wide. Your pistol shots have not been 1 for 3.
Take it from here, guys.
Kaori will try using an attack to use one of her blades to fly back and try to hit him in the face.
Yeah, so you can throw your blade and then it'll return to you the next turn. So go ahead and roll. We'll say he's close enough that you can do it. So go ahead and roll. And this is the first time any of you have seen Kaori in combat. So can you describe what your blades look like?
Sure, they are basically this like long, sharp oval kind of shape, and then on the dominant side, on like the right's a blade, and then on the bottom on the left side there's a blade. So it's kind of like a propeller in a sense, but then like one side is sharper than the others, and it's designed that when I'm using them, they can cut just straight, or like I can use them as like spinning. So you would see these blades, they've been hovering very close to me as we're running, and then all of a sudden you would just see the light refract off one of them, and you see this like dart of silver from like the shine of the blade, and it would just fly. It looks like a huge bullet in a sense, and it would be flying through the air, kind of like swooping a little with the aerodynamics, and then I'm trying to hit him in the face with it.
Sure.
So it would like be this.
And unfortunately, the blade goes wide.
Okay, and then I would focus on returning it back to me.
Yep, and at the beginning of your next turn, it'll return to you.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun,
So you just
Melbourne.
How far away is he?
Yeah.
From us?
Yeah, so I told Andrea he was within range of her blade. Oh, her range is only 20 feet. We'll say she had disadvantage on that. He's maybe 40 feet away.
I was about to say I could have like pivoted back if I needed to and like hid behind a roof peak.
Yeah, we're in cinematic combat, so there's a lot of guesses going on there.
Deshaun looks to Melbourne.
Hold on, I'm looking something up. Sorry.
No worries.
That's right, I'll go. As Melbourne's thinking, Deshaun commands her bear to ravage and try and kill this dude because he's got 40 feet of movement.
Go to your death,
So-
bear.
the bear is going to multi-attack.
And so
him
typically
first.
this would be rough terrain, but for the purpose of this, I'll allow it. Maybe you're on like a flatter rooftop.
Cool. And
okay.
for first, boom. Ooh.
Yeah, that's not so good. You guys
And
just
he goes
can't
in
hit
for a
this
bite.
man.
Oh shit.
His AC is not
And-
even that high, people.
And I'm just gonna command him to kind of get in his face to shield us.
Sure.
And I will bring out my spell book, open it, mutter a few words, eyes go black, and cast Void Burst.
That sounds incredibly terrifying. A small explosion of void energy centered on a point within range strikes at all creatures within 10-foot radius of that point. Dex saving throw.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, missing the bear
Yes.
makes sense. Okay, he fails. Or I assume he
Oh,
fails.
it's a
What is your
14.
DC? 14. Okay.
14.
He got a 7, so he fails.
So I'm just, why is that not working? I'm just gonna roll 3d8 then. Okay. Ooh.
19. That's pretty beefy.
So you see this kind of like black kind of smoke coming off that dude, and like as it kind of like squirms, and then like the blackness comes out of his mouth as it hits.
Great. Yeah, he doesn't look very happy. Although he was feeling really cocky because you guys like keep throwing attacks at him that miss, and then that hits him, and he does not look happy about it.
Fuck off!
Alright.
Melbourne.
I will dash, since it's not difficult terrain in this rooftop, to get next to him and use Action Surge, so I get another action.
Great.
And I'm going to try and throw him off of the roof, saying, "Initiate ejection protocol." So, and I'm going to use my Stellar Inspiration on this roll.
Nice. Hey.
So 18 plus 24.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Freaking McPogchamp. Yeah, so we'll say he was knocked off guard by this like just big blast of void energy in front of him, and then a giant robot comes up, grabs him. And how does the robot do this? What happens to this man?
I think I Spartan kick him, and he just like flies off.
This is Bilgewater!
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you see him, he's just like, ooh, he's like, his crossbow goes on like flying in the other direction,
slow motion,
falling off the edge.
Yeah.
Great, you guys have you've solved my bounty hunter puzzle. Congratulations, everyone.
Woohoo!
All right.
Now watch him come back and haunt us later because we didn't actually kill him.
Kaori, are you okay?
I'm alive. I need to take care of this soon. And this. So Kaori just kind of like takes a quick inventory, like how bad it is, because she had the arrow in her arm and then she got stabbed in the ribs, and she's trying to find what she can to at least keep herself moving forward until she can actually like rest, heal.
Yeah, makes sense. And during this period, Annie kind of leads you through some rooftops and then down into the ground level. You guys are actually at the edge of the slaughter docks now, where the rat town makes the slaughter docks, and she says, "Well, that was unexpected. Did you lead them to me?"
Why, if we led them to you, why'd you think they were shooting us?
I don't know. I don't have people shooting at me every day, and I don't have you around me every day. And just follow me. I'll take you to Captain Fortune. She's at McGregor's kill house.
Thanks, miss. I don't have my hat on. I'm wearing a bandana, but I do one of these.
Oh. And she just like looks extremely upset and starts walking into the slaughter docks.
I could use some repairs.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find a place.
I'm sure Captain Fortune will let you rest there. Come along, I'll put in a good word for you.
Thank you. And Kaori's like doing like controlled breathing exercises to stay focused and not black out.
I'm gonna reload my gun. Alright, cool. That's probably all I'm gonna do
Nice.
as we walk.
And so, yeah, she leads you through the slaughter docks. It's pretty slow at nighttime. You see a couple wharf rats skittering about, but no big packs, so nobody attacks you. By the way, one of these days, I'm gonna make you guys fight a pack of wharf rats, and you're gonna hate it, because there's gonna be 100 of them.
No.
And yeah, she takes you to a place that she calls McGregor's Kill House.
What?
McGregor's Kill. That's where Captain Fortune is chilling.
So she says.
Sounds scary.
I'll go ahead and move you there. And so
Who's McGregor?
Oh, you know, the man for what they named the kill house after.
Thanks. Thanks. Not Annie.
The other Annie.
And she kind of leads you here, and says, "Oh, they all know me. Don't worry about them too much. But maybe y'all should stay back while I speak to them, okay?" And she kind of steps forward. She walks forward
Everything.
to this guy and
Very well.
starts talking to him, and he seems kind of upset, and he's like pointing at you guys, and they're talking for a little bit.
What do you
Melbourne, I
understand?
can take Thornback off your hands. Thank you so much for carrying him.
Oh yeah, of course. Nice, give him back.
I imagine
I like
like he was just like riding on your shoulder the whole time or something.
I like to think I had him like under my arm, like I don't know, like a football or something almost.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like I Spartan kicked this dude, and I have just like this giant cotton ball, little fuzzball thing in my arms, in my other arm.
Yeah, so during this period of time, they're kind of arguing. It's taken a little bit. Do you do anything? Do you chill? I'm giving you this opportunity if you'd like to do anything.
I think what I'll do is I'll just like, I'll try to get a better idea of what they're saying, and I'll also try to strike like my most charismatic Ginyu pose with like the crew here to make myself like, all right, let's see if they'll, maybe if we just like, and I kind of like puff my chest out and like, just kind of like look like, like I'm a badass.
Like you're somebody.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to like, I guess like I have those flappy ears, like they kind of perk up and try to like sonar, like hone in on what they're saying.
Sure. You can make a perception roll to try to hear, and anyone who wants to can do so.
Yeah, good rolls
Well
at the end of the
done.
game.
All right, nobody even knows you needs to roll that. You're good. So you can kind of argue, and she's like, "Well, they saved me from the Noxians," and the guy's like, "You don't bring strangers here. How many times? How many times do I have to tell you?" And she's like, "Well, I didn't have a choice. They had nowhere to go. The Noxians are after them, and frankly, between you and me, I think they would make good additions to the Soldiers of Fortune." And the guard's like, "Well, that's not up to you now, is it?" And kind of that sort of thing.
I think Deshawn will just say, 'cause she's just a bit awkward, she would just yell out, "Well, guys, I know we're really powerful and we can actually kill this gangplank and possibly even General Grange." Just like out loud talking. I think we've got the power here. They'll be silly not to take us in.
Kaori will follow suit, and she pulls one of her dancing blades out, and then she rubs it in her own blood as she's pulling it out of her robes. Like, yes, I'd love to dye these in another man's blood again. Trying to just like make it more intense.
That's dope.
That's just weird as shit, is what that
Side
is.
eyes. Like, yes. And I raise my hook in the air, trying to look intimidating.
I think
Yeah.
Melbourne would like be facing the complete wrong direction, like staring off into the sunset or something.
So as this is happening, you see two other pirates, I guess you would call them, come out. Two other soldiers of Fortin come out and just kind of size you up and kind of lean on opposite walls, just kind of toying with their weapons. And then eventually, you hear this guy down. He's like, "Fine, I'll tell her. But if she's pissed, it's on you." And he heads off. He heads off inside.
Seeing these other people out with their weapons and sizing up, I slowly have one of my blades levitate and just like slowly turn and like do like discipline exercises with it, just trying to like showing it off. And it's like the only thing I can focus on right now because I feel terrible.
I like do the whole my eyes, and I do the bear to go to the bear's eyes, and I do their eyes.
Oh yeah, how long does the bear last? You've just had like a bear walking through the slaughter dogs.
Let me have a look. Someone familiar.
Annie comes back and she's like, all right, they're getting Captain Fortune. Don't make me look bad, okay?
Us look bad? Come on.
1
Look
hour,
at
okay.
us.
So a few minutes pass. If no one has anything else that they want to do, no quips that they want to make to the guards, you eventually see Captain Fortune kind of walk out with the first guy, and she walks toward you. She's wearing like full kind of admiral gear, I guess you would call it. I'll pop a picture up for you. Yeah, Captain Fortune, who you would know, as the famed bounty hunter who eventually became the rival to the Reaver King himself, Gangplank, and more recently actually took down him and his Jagged Hooks gang from being in charge of Bilgewater. And she kind of steps forward and she's like, well. What have we got here? I've never seen such a ragtag bunch of misfits and, she looks at Buxton and the bear, wild creatures.
Take that as a compliment. Captain Buxton the Blythe, and I reach out my non-hooked hand.
Another captain, I see. May I know the name of your ship?
The bearded minnow. 'Twas taken from me by Grange and those Noxian dogs.
Bearded minnow. And she kind of glances back at the pirate that had gotten her, and she's like, "Do we know that name?" "Aye, miss. It's another of those in the Noxian fleet, out in..." And then he looks at you. "Well, out somewhere." "Ah, yes. Well, what can I do for you? Annie tells me that you're people of fine stature." She looks pointedly at Annie.
Well, I think, miss, we'd do first to have a bit of lodging, to kind of recuperate ourselves, as you can see, and I kind of like point to like the crossbow bolt in my arm, and but after that, I'd like to discuss some of your actions that folks be mistaking us for, notably at the square earlier today, and how the Noxians think we did it.
Oh, do they? Oh, so tell me, do they think that you're working with me? Well, it's no secret that I've no love for the Noxians or that confounded Reaver King that's signed up with them. You know what? Perhaps I could have some use for you. All right, we'll put you up. I'll speak to you in the morning when I decide what to do with you. In the meantime, and she snaps, show them to some rooms. And she starts walking away.
Oh,
I'm just sizing her up as well, like for my Shoma ability, perhaps in the future, just like that minute. I'm just making sure that.
Oh yeah, for sure. You have plenty of time to take in the full figure of misfortune.
I'll whisper not so quietly to the group. She's not as tall as I thought she'd be.
She kind of stops and like straightens up when she hears that. She's like, "You should see me in my good heels," and then continues on.
Nice. Kaori is just very quiet and observes the whole time, and like retracts back her blades and tries to not show weakness.
Yep. And so at this point, she would kind of go back into the main building that you saw her release. The other soldiers of fortune would say, all right, this way, and they would take you to the other side up here. And I think that is where we will call it a night here.
Cool. So it's night. This is like midnight. Is that
it's like late into the night. You guys are pretty tired, and could use a little bit of rest. And congratulations, you've survived the rooftops in Rat Town.
Yay!
Sweet.
That was fun. I was saving my feather fall. I was like, yes, but then I had to use my last spell slot for that healing word. I was like, oh, hopefully we don't have to jump off in some epic explosion or something.
No,
'Cause I
no, it's
can't see
good.
him.
I wanted you guys to have an opportunity to use some of your abilities, expend some spell slots and things like that. So, what did you think of the fight on the rooftops?
Got a little scary for Melbourne there for a moment. I was like, oh gosh.
Close.
Yeah, it
I
was-
was I was really thinking about jumping off and running the other way and being like, I'll see you guys later.
Just like run all the way around.
I like the game of yeet the Noxians
Yeah.
off the roof.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little bit of a Deus Ex Machina. It gives you a really easy way to get rid of them, but I had a lot of tokens to play with, so.
Yeah, it was I can't believe I only got one person. It was a really bad roll for my sleep.
Yeah, I think you rolled minimum. I think it was red.
Yeah, my rolls towards the end there they got a lot better, but
Yeah, your sleep was minimum. You lose. It was bad.
But no, I had a lot of fun. It was a fun little encounter.
Awesome. Yeah, like I said, I feel like the exploration took a little bit longer than I expected it to, but that's just how things go sometimes. So I hope everyone enjoyed and is enjoying the
That's
storyline.
great.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Fun. We're meeting Captain Fortune sooner than I expected. Actually, I thought it would take a little bit longer.
Yeah, for
That was
sure.
exciting.
I thought there'd be an excuse like every time we're supposed to meet her, be like, oh, she's off doing business. Oh, she's over here, you know.
No,
We'd
yeah,
never
He's
she-
tired. Yeah.
she's fighting a war right now. She needs soldiers. Now are you guys gonna just randomly attack Captain Fortune? That's the next question that we need to answer.
No, I think it's always weird for him to tell the DM your plan, but at the end of the day, I think what I want to try is I don't want to do it right now, but I think she owes us, right? She kind of ruined our lives a little bit, so I kind of want to use that as like a
Could be.
hey, yeah, you already kind of put us on the back leg here, give us some free shit or something like that, or like
She did drop
maybe-
hints. She may know where the minnow is.
yeah. So use that leverage for some
personal gain.
for something.
Yeah,
but-
I'm wondering what she wants from us, and then
Oh well, you don't get to become the second most powerful person in Bilgewater by not leveraging your power over people. So.
yeah, as long as I get paid for it, I'm alright.
Yeah, for sure.